Imagine walking through ancient Rome. You hear footsteps on stone. A crowd gathers. Then someone shouts. But wait, what language are they speaking? More importantly, what do they sound like? Was Caesar's voice deep and commanding? Did Cleopatra speak with a seductive melody or a clipped, formal rhythm? Today, we're diving into the voices of the ancient world. Not just what they said, but how they said it. And there's a twist. You've likely been hearing them wrong your whole life. Language isn't just words, it's sound. You've heard Latin, probably in church music or a movie priest. You've heard ancient Egyptian through Hollywood, and ancient Greek through dramatic reenactments. But here's the problem. Most of what we think these people sounded like is a lie. Why? Because language isn't just what we write, it's how we speak. Tone, pitch, rhythm, breath, emotion. The way someone says, "I love you" in ancient Sumerian could sound like a threat or a lullaby, depending on how they said it. But ancient people didn't record their voices, so how do we know what they sounded like? There's one ancient voice we've reconstructed, and it will shock you. We'll get there soon. To recreate ancient voices, we rely on 4 big clues. Written texts, especially those with phonetic spellings or rhymes. Transcriptions by later cultures. Languages that survived. Weirdly enough, songs. Example, Latin. Most modern Latin pronunciations are Italianized, but scholars now know ancient Roman Latin had hard V sounds and rolled Rs. Veni, vidi, vici sounded like weni, weedi, wiki. Shakespeare wouldn't understand your English, but Caesar wouldn't even understand the Latin in your textbook. The sounds evolved, and so did the people. But one ancient sound we did resurrect. In 2020, scientists did the unthinkable. They used a CT scan, a 3D printer, and a voice box to recreate the vocal tract of a mummified Egyptian priest named Nesyamun, dead for over 3,000 years. His vocal cords, gone. But his throat, mouth, and nasal cavities, still intact. They reconstructed his voice. And what came out? That's the actual sound of a man who worshipped pharaohs and walked temple halls before Rome even existed. A vowel trapped in time. Not a full sentence, not a chant, but a start. So, what did ancient people actually sound like? Ancient Romans? Think fast, clipped syllables. Cicero pronounced Cicero. Less Italian opera, more military efficiency. Ancient Greeks? Their language had musical pitch accents. Imagine talking like you're singing a melody. Logos wasn't just logic. It had emotional tone in the tone. Ancient Egyptians. We don't know their vowels, but we do know their consonants, and hieroglyphics sometimes give clues. Tutankhamun is more like Tutankhamun, with a breathy kach from the back of the throat. Vikings? Not grunting barbarians. Old Norse was poetic, rhythmic, with long, drawn-out vowels. Think Icelandic, but angrier. Just like today, your voice revealed your identity. A merchant from Athens didn't speak like a Spartan general. A Roman slave wouldn't speak like a senator. Accents revealed class, status, even trustworthiness. And emotional tone? Huge. Ancient Hebrew texts like Psalms were meant to be sung, not read in monotone. The spoken word was art, a weapon, a way to survive. Why care about the sound of dead languages? Because every time we erase a voice, we erase a person. Think of it. The Iliad was first spoken, not written. Homer's stories lived on breath, tone, pauses. Your own ancestors may have sung lullabies in languages that are now dead. Their voices vanished, but the more we study sound, the closer we get to bringing them back. Here's the twist. We're entering an era where ancient voices might be resurrected. I can now simulate speech from written texts. Combine that with linguistic reconstructions, 3D modeling of skulls, and emotional tone training. And suddenly, Julius Caesar might speak to you in Latin, in his actual voice. Cleopatra might one day whisper into your headset in an accent we've never heard, but one that feels right. It's not science fiction, it's the future of history. So the next time you hear a dramatic voiceover in a documentary, ask yourself, is that really what they sounded like? Because the truth is, the ancient world did have a voice, and we're just starting to hear it again. Want to hear more ancient voices? Subscribe. We're resurrecting the past, one sound at a time. And let me know in the comments, if you could hear any ancient person speak, who would it be?